Right. So next is Paul Heyman and Caleb Braxton asked him where he stands with Brock Lesnar. And Heyman said he stands where he always stands, behind and kind of to the side to his tribal chief. Heyman excused himself and tried to enter Reigns' locker room, but the door was locked. So they go to commercial. They come back from commercial. Heyman asked the smirking Braxton if she had something better to do or someone to harass and stalk. And Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso came out of the room, were friendly with Heyman, who said the door was locked. They said Reigns wasn't at the building yet. They assumed that Heyman knew Lesnar was going to show up. Heyman swore he didn't know. They wonder why Heyman sent them to the locker room before Roman's match with Cena. Heyman said it was actually Roman who sent them to the locker room. The Usos said the family's built on trust, and the Usos went back inside without Heyman. And they're definitely painting Paul a thing where Paul's like trapped, like he doesn't, like they know he's up to something because Brock is back. Is what it seems
the
like.
Two brothers seem to know, but Roman doesn't seem to know.
Well, I think Roman's being very disingenuous. We'll get to that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's a great thing. Is he being disingenuous or not?
I think. Okay. Reigns, Heyman, and the Usos stood the gorilla position. Usos made their entrance. Heyman tried to give Reigns the championship belt, but Reigns asked what he wanted to do with that. Heyman said it was a family celebration. Reigns told Heyman that he is family. They made their entrance with the Usos. Heyman looked leery of Reigns while walking beside him. So Reigns, Heyman, Jimmy stood in the ring. Heyman's presented Reigns with the microphone. Reigns stopped and told Heyman to tell the fans to acknowledge him.
But can I just say one thing? But how cool was it when they were inside and Heyman tried to give Roman the belt? And he goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Well, this is a family celebration." And Roman goes, "Aren't you family?" He's like, "Well, yeah." And he's looking, "Well, yeah. And he went with him. Bro, that's great. Because like you said, is Roman being disingenuous? Or are the twins up to something Roman doesn't know about? And that's a good storyline in itself.
They stood in the ring. Heyman presented Reigns with the microphone, and Reigns stopped and told Heyman to tell the fans to acknowledge him. Reigns said something to Heyman, who then said it was the crowd's lucky day because they get to acknowledge the undisputed Smackdown Tag champions. Reigns spoke to Heyman again. There was an Uso chant, and Heyman said that was the moment in the show we all get to celebrate the fact that we have all seen enough of John. Thanks to Reigns. That was a good line. So Finn comes out. With a mic, is, "Hey, Roman, you know they got screwed out of our match at SummerSlam by John Cena. He hadn't forgotten about Cena, would deal with him in due time. Balor said Edge is talking about the WWE Universal Championship, and now Brock Lesnar is back. Balor entered the ring and said he was going to challenge Reigns to a match at Extreme Rules, but as he doesn't trust anyone and isn't waiting in line, Balor challenged Reigns to face him in a championship match on next week's SmackDown." Balor attacked Reigns here. This is where it went off the rails to me. He attacked Reigns. The Usos immediately put the boots to Balor. Okay. The Street Profits ran out, worked over the Usos, and Balor hit a running dropkick on one of the Usos in the corner while Reigns was shown walking to the stage. Balor performed a coup de grace on one of the Usos, and Cole wondered whether Balor would get his title shot against Reigns next week on SmackDown in Jacksonville as the show concluded. I can't stand it when the babyface gets in the ring and attacks these guys with a decided disadvantage and they start beating him up. He looks like an idiot. This whole verbal altercation should have been on the stage, and like as Balor was like challenging him, I would have had Reigns like over whisper to the Usos. The Usos get out of the ring and start walking up the ramp like they're like something's going to happen, and then the Street Profits come out, and then they hot shot it and break out into a brawl. There is the way I would have done it, because I don't like when the babyface enters the ring at a decided disadvantage against heels, and it's like he's the only guy in the arena that doesn't know that they're going to use their advantage to attack him, and it makes him look stupid. I'm sorry, I'll never agree, because it's been this stuff like this has been done so many times in professional wrestling that the fans are ingrained into the angle and know what's going to happen next. So there's no surprise, and it makes it look obvious. And when it does happen, it makes the guy look stupid. I think I can't stand this. What do you think?
Well, they did the same thing on AEW, and we'll get to that too when Thunder Rosa just went off like that. Just depends. Yeah. It just depends sometimes. If you're mad enough, you don't give a and you just say it. But I mean, the way you said it would have been better if they did it like that. But I was okay with this because the ending justified the means. At the end, what I got was a fresh matchup between Finn Balor and Roman, which is going to be great matches, and the Street Profits against Usos, which is a fresh matchup, and those matches will be good too. I thought it was a good ending.
Do you think it will be a hell of a deal?
It will be one hell of a deal. And we also know we got, after Balor, you got Brock waiting for him. So
yeah, and this is really good. I like SmackDown because there's some drama unfolding within the Roman Reigns camp with Heyman, with Brock coming back. So and
Ray and his son. That's another good little piece of drama. And if Sammy's going to be the opponent, don't get better than that.
Yeah, it's Soap opera.
Smackdown continues to be the best show, bro.
Right.
Without a doubt. Baron Corbin is over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but Becky Lynch just came back with Boogs. That's 8 Ball.